Picture Rome at dawn, May 7th, 2025, bathed in golden light. The air buzzes with anticipation, as if the city knows something historic is unfolding. That day, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, a humble archbishop from Manila, became Pope Luis I, the first Asian pope, the first from the Philippines. Why does this moment feel so profound? It's a victory for the global South, a shift that's rewriting the Catholic Church's story. In St. Peter's Square, thousands gather, young, old, from every corner of the world. Colorful flags wave, but white and gold banners steal the scene, symbolizing purity and divinity. For centuries, popes hailed from Europe, their voices shaping a global faith. Now, Pope Louis I, from a nation of deep faith and struggle, changes that. The global South, Africa, Latin America, Asia, home to over 1.3 billion Catholics, finally takes center stage. In the Philippines, streets erupt in joy, from Manila's chaos to quiet villages. This isn't just one man's triumph. It's a nation's faith recognized. Have you ever felt your story finally mattered? Pope Louis I, known for serving the poor, brings a new perspective. He's walked Manila's slums, offering hope where despair lingered. Could his papacy redefine the Church's mission, focusing on justice and mercy? The crowd's cheers suggest so. As bells ring across Rome, the world watches, from New York to Nairobi. This moment unites us all. But what else makes this day unforgettable? Step closer to the Vatican's heart to find out. The cheers in St. Peter's Square still echo, a tide of joy sweeping through Rome. Pope Louis I, the first Asian pope, has ignited hope worldwide. But why does this moment feel so personal, so alive? It's because his election is a triumph of humility, a rare light in a world that often praises power. On the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, Pope Louis I stands in simple white, his calm presence captivating thousands. He's no ruler seeking glory, just a shepherd from Manila who served the poor with quiet devotion. His path to the papacy wasn't built on ambition, but on kindness, on nights praying for the forgotten. In a world chasing fame, his rise feels miraculous. Doesn't it make you wonder? What if true leadership comes from serving others? In the Philippines, his humility is legendary. They speak of a cardinal who rode jeepneys to slums, shared meals with vendors, and wept with those he helped. This isn't just a story. It's a glimpse of a pope who lives mercy. His election calls us to unity, drawing young Americans, Mexican elders, and African families together in the square. Social media buzzes with hope, even from non-Catholics, inspired by a humble man's ascent. Isn't faith about finding strength in the ordinary? Inside the basilica, the fisherman's ring graces his finger, tying him to Saint Peter. These rituals feel alive because of his heart. The crowd roars louder, and you can't help but ask, what more does this moment hold? Let's dive deeper into this historic day to find out. St. Peter's Square pulses with energy, a sea of faces alight with faith. Pope Louis I, the Philippines' first pope, steps into his role as guide for 1.3 billion Catholics. White and gold banners gleam as if Rome itself celebrates. But what makes this more than a ceremony? It's a beacon of hope for a world craving healing. Look at the crowd, a Filipino teen with tearful eyes, a Brazilian elder clutching a rosary, an Irish couple swaying to bells. They're united by hope. Pope Louis I's life, fighting poverty, embracing the marginalized, promises a church that tackles today's pain, conflict, inequality, doubt. Could this be when the church amplifies the voiceless? His Manila years, amid slums and storms, taught him resilience and faith's power. His first words from the balcony, "Let us walk together with love," ring out from New York cathedrals to Kenyan chapels. Have you felt hope spark a better tomorrow? This hope reaches beyond Catholics. In a world worn by wars and mistrust, his call for justice and inclusion bridges faiths and cultures. Social media hums with non-Catholics saying, "This Pope inspires humanity." Secular headlines call it a global turning point. It's rare for one moment to unite so many, isn't it? Yet here we are, watching a spark flare. As Pope Luis XIII waves, the crowd chants, "Viva il Papa!" a deafening cry of love carrying past Rome. This isn't an end, but a beginning, a journey for a church led by heart. What will this new era bring? The answers are unfolding, and we're all invited to join. Stay with us, keep the faith, and let's see what's next.